How hard do you think it is to be a professional footballer?
Yeah, I think it's very difficult. I think it's a lot harder than people think. There's a lot of determination and hard work, and a lot of sacrifice has to be made. I mean, there's things like you have to sacrifice weekends with your friends. You can't always be out. You've got to go to the gym. You've got to stay late at training, work on things. But I think if you looked at it in the long run, then I think overall it'll become you'll reap the rewards. If I'm honest, so it is difficult, but in the long run, I think it's very much worth it.
Was it difficult to get noticed by people from Bury?
To be honest, it was a bit easier for me because my friend at the time he played for Bury, so he said like, oh, my friends, he thought I was a good player. He got him to come and watch me like when I was at my town team and playing for school, and they come and watch me. But I think it is difficult for other people. Like if my friend weren't there, it would have been very difficult for me to get him to come and watch me. So it is difficult if you look at it that way.
Was it difficult giving all your time up? Like, I'm sure you said like before that you didn't go to school as much and you didn't like go to college full time. Was that hard?
Yeah, I mean, I only went to school 2 days a week leading up before I got my scholarship, and that was a bit hard on. I had a very close group of friends, and it was difficult when I could only go in 2 days a week and see him. But I suppose it made it better when I saw him. It was good because I didn't see him as much. But I suppose you could say my grades suffered a little bit, but if it all works out, then it's worth it. And then, but when I got my scholarship, it was we went to college 1 day a week at Bury College, and that was like the scientific side of football. It was just all about the muscles and recovery and stuff, and I think that helped us a lot, to be honest. So
You've recently just been offered a pro contract in the summer. How hard do you think that'll be to maintain it?
yeah, I think it'll be very very difficult. We've got some good established players at our club. We've got people like David Ely, he's Northern Ireland's all-time leading goal scorer. We've got people like Peter Sweeney, he's played in the FA Cup final for Millwall. We've got players like that, and obviously I'm just a young kid coming through, so it is going to be difficult. But I believe if I put all my effort in for the 1 year, because it's just a 1 year contract, then hopefully at the end I'll get my reward, and fingers crossed.
Is it hard seeing like people that you've obviously grown up now with them because you've been playing football for a long time? Is it hard seeing people around you get released?
Yeah, I've had a few friends who've been at clubs and they've unfortunately been released, but in a way it kind of spurs you on to say like that's not going to be me who's going to be the one getting released. So I try and use it as a positive, but it is difficult to see your friends, especially when you make good friends in football and you spend every day with them. It's difficult to see them get released.
There's been footballers like Freddie Adu and Francis Jeffers that like high profile from a very young age. Do you think being at a lower club such as Bury keeps your feet on the ground?
Yeah, I suppose it does in a way, because I suppose when I was in my scholarship, we had to clean first teamers' boots, we had to do all the jobs, we had to clean the changing rooms, and I think that helped us realise that we needed to work hard to get where we wanted to be. So it's like just little things this year. I don't have to do them jobs, and it's like a little reward for all the hard work I've put in.
There's a stat by the age of 21, 75% of footballers give up the game. Does that concern you?
Not really, to be honest. I try and use it as a little motivation to not be in that 75%. I mean, obviously there's players, and once you get taken out of a club, it is very difficult to find a new club. But I think if you work hard enough, then you will get another club. So I try and use it as a motivation to spur me on.